Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing well. Massive changes are happening in our government as we speak. Donald Trump is already making huge waves in the government even before he takes office in January. And a lot of people are resigning right now. This is way bigger than the head of the SEC, Gary Gensler, resigning. You are going to see a lot of people trying to save face. They are going to try their hardest to completely hide or protect themselves by resigning now and saying, hey, I did that during, my position in office. I was doing everything to the best of my ability. Donald Trump is an absolute wrecking ball. And I've got a new, first I want to start with, we're going to talk about the cabinets that are being built right now as opposed to Biden's cabinet. And then we're going to talk, and I want to jump on this first. And this is something that just came out, a video, and we're going to talk about it and something else I just noticed here. Let's do this.
States and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female.
Type 1 if you agree with this.
At birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left.
How many of you agree with what he just said? That schools will now face severe consequences. First off, they're going to have their federal funding pulled if they are trying to mess with our children and tell them what sex they are. Type 1 if you think that is absolutely incredible. Let me know if you could hear that speech too, because I didn't know if the volume was up enough. But I was watching another talk about colleges, and he is planning right now. I just saw a video of him talking about what they want to do with colleges is if they find out that colleges are trying to indoctrinate our young adults, they are going to pull all of their funding as well. This is the shot in the arm that we have been needing as a population. And what I believe is systematically, Donald Trump, along with his entire cabinet, is planning on tearing the entire U.S. government apart and dismantling it. I know that sounds crazy, but if you agree, say I agree. I'm just curious, and let's get the algo fired up because I can't see any comments right now. And just so you guys know, I'm coming to you from Lisbon, Portugal. And this is incredible here. The weather is beautiful. All right, this story is out of Zero Hedge. It says Biden's cabinet nominees were completely unqualified compared to Trump. It is absolutely the truth. It says the irrelevant legacy media is currently fixated on publishing the narrative that President-elect Trump's cabinet nominees are not qualified to take positions he has offered for them. This is absolutely insane. And you could see, here's Biden's right here, right? You remember the ones that were all taking a knee? This is absolutely pathetic. But you know what the good news is? They completely lost. Every single one of them. Who cares about Rachel Maddow? Let's do this. It says, as the media and Democrats, this comes from Elizabeth McDonald's from Fox tweet. As the media and Democrats attack Trump's nominees, RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, Matt Gaetz, etc., let's take a look at how unqualified Biden's nominees are for their jobs. She goes into a whole list of an array of people that were absolutely insane. But I mean, let's just remember, these are the type of people that we were dealing with 4 years ago, right? And of course, the majority, the silent majority, was getting angrier and angrier and went from a silent majority to an extremely loud majority. And now we're about to see a certain subsect of the population completely melt down. Now, I want to go down here because the big part of this story was that there are people now saying that they believe, and this is far left media, that the government is about to be abolished under Donald Trump. Now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I 100% believe that myself. I believe the Department of Education is the first leg in the government that is about to be knocked out, and I couldn't be more happy. Give the right to the states individually to educate, right, to govern education. Why do we need to blow all this money federally for education? Secondly, I believe that you are going to see some massive, massive turnarounds in other governmental departments. I actually am hoping to one day soon speak with Elon myself, because I want a position in the federal government in emergency management, emergency services. I've got 23 full-time years there, and nobody wanted to listen to the ninja back then, and I'm fully qualified to run a part of that government agency and watch certain things get cut. And you won't believe how much more efficient we'll get in emergency management and how much fat we can cut. And that's without losing jobs. It's absolutely disgusting what's going on. One thing that blew me away was in 23 years with the government, or 26 years working in the government, both in the state, city side, and federal, watching this whole "if you don't use it, you lose it" campaign. And it's absolutely disgusting that if you don't burn up all of your budget, you don't get a bigger, the same size or a bigger budget the next year. Absolutely drove me berserk. I remember once going to my fire chief and saying, "Why don't I sit down and help you with your budget?" Now, this is a true story. And he looked at me like I was a crazy person. I actually got angry. I said, "You know, I can help you. I'm really good with this stuff." Because he was always spinning his wheels and couldn't get us any good equipment when our equipment was falling apart. And I said, you know, and I was pretty sure that government agencies, their big supervisors, they actually got bonuses when they came under budget at a certain point, and during certain years of my tenure there. And he got super angry when I said, you know, my personal and business budget at home are the same size as our entire fire department. I'm like, I'm not, and I wasn't saying that to brag. I was trying to just, hey, little street cred here. I can help you with money. I understand a balance sheet, a P&L. And I kept saying, we need to run our fire department like a business. And they said, this isn't a business. I'm like, well, of course, you're running it into the ground. And it showed in so many different ways. We'd promote people that all they were insecure, and they lorded over people. They were just bigger bullies with a bigger paycheck and a different color piece of brass sitting on their chest. It absolutely made me disgusted. And I think what's going to happen, and I think a lot of people need to wake up too and understand that the government is the largest employer in the country, and there's about to be a lot of fat cut. And so for a short period of time, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, including people on this channel. I mean, hey, type 3 if you work for the government, and this is something on your mind. You may honestly want to start looking at some different avenues or some side hustles or businesses where you can be blessed that way, because I believe that you're going to see a massive turnaround in the U.S. government. Hey, since I put Donald Trump on the title, you never know how that's going to react to the algos. I just want to remind everyone to, if they could, sign up for the free newsletter. I'll never sell your email, never try and advertise to you. I don't do that. I just want to be able to get all of the links to the videos I put out every day, a synopsis of what's going on in the world. It's actually been pretty awesome. And we've been getting incredible, thanks to Dylan, feedback on how much that newsletter is helping them. And we just want to take this channel, our company, and everything to the next level. So I can't do that unless I bring you quality stuff. With that being said, I thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.